Hello everyone, right here I'm with Julie. Julie, tell us how you found us.
My husband actually found you on online
Online.
on the internet. He did his homework and checked you guys out and invited you over, and we liked what you had to offer.
Okay, great. And then tell us a little bit more, what did you like about our business over the other companies that you probably had overcome and give you their estimates?
Well, really for us, it was talking with you, and when he had a good feel for you were listening to what we wanted. We had a couple of people come out and they weren't listening to what we wanted. We really had a lot of ideas that we wanted to see what would happen, and then you did that rendering for us, which helped pull that together. But we really wanted to be heard, and felt that that was what you were able to offer us.
I'm glad I was able to hear you and provide a rendering. Could you tell us a little bit more on what we're doing for you at the front? I see that we're going to be working mostly at the front of the yard. Could you elaborate more on what we're going to be doing here?
Well, we need a lot of improvements. This is like a 30-year-old landscaping deal. So this tree is going to be removed. It's huge. It needs to go. We want some new. I think you're going to put in a redwood.
Redwood, right.
That's going to be beautiful there. But we're going to replace the retaining wall, which it's really decrepit and it's fallen apart. And then we needed to remove our bushes that had totally kind of died.
Okay.
So we need to pull out that whole thing and just redo this whole front of the house.
Wow. And are you getting any lighting here?
We are doing lighting, so that was not what on our list of things to do, and you really showed us how it would really improve the look and feel of the whole front, so we decided to go with that.
That's really good. Yeah, so just a little bit more. So doing landscape lighting, you're gonna be having some trees, a couple trees, a lot of landscape at the front,
Yeah.
and then it will feel good to showcase that work that you spend so much money on at nighttime, not just during the day.
Absolutely, because that was not on my list, and I think it really is going to make it really emphasize the work and how it's going to look, so it's going to be great.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it for here. Stay tuned. We should have this work done in about a week latest, so it's gonna turn out really good. And we're just gonna hear back once the work is done.
Great.
So thank you.
Thanks, Darwin.
Yep, no problem. All right, so we're back at the job site. Darwin, Julie, Chris. Julie and Chris, tell us what is the overall product of how everything turned out.
Well, I'll start with it since I approached you first. I contacted probably 3 or 4 companies to come out and do some landscape, obviously. Darwin was obviously the first one to come out. He was polite, punctual, which I am a big fan of. He discussed going through a 3D kind of image of what we could do in the front yard. The other companies, I had another gentleman come out, and it was a quick 2 or 3 minutes. Wasn't a whole lot of what I really wanted.
Okay.
Project, more of what he thought he should do. So that kind of put me off. So back to Darwin, everything I asked of him, he was accommodating. And I couldn't be happier with the end result.
Yeah, no, I really like it. It turned out much better actually than I thought it would. I don't know, it's just landscaping. So, but I think it's beautiful. I love the lighting. I didn't want to do that. You might recall, I wasn't like a huge fan. I didn't want to pay for it, didn't want the added expense. And I think it turned out great. It really finishes off the whole landscaping approach. So I love it. Great.
How has the landscape changed the feel and the look of your home driving into your home now?
Yeah, I think it looks so much cleaner. Our previous was really overgrown and aged, and it just looks nice and clean and tight, which I really like in terms of our approach.
Well, and we had a 35 or a 40-foot pine tree right here on the corner. So to get rid of that, it kind of opens up the house. And then, of course, you're always worried about a little damage, maybe with foundation and stuff when you have a tree that close to the house. So it's just really opened things up. I'm with Julie. It's clean, it's tight, it's beautiful. I love the light. And really, the feedback I've gotten from our neighbors has been terrific. They've all just really positive about it. Love the changes to it. So honestly, we couldn't be happier with how it.
What I really like is that you guys are on the circle, so your neighbors, they gotta see it. There's no going around it. Are you satisfied with the work that we provided for you in the front yard? The landscaping, the lighting, the garden wall?
There was some weather issues coming, when we first started the project. But you guys were able to like get in and get it done, even though the weather did not cooperate. So I was very excited to have it done, really in about a week's time period, right?
Yeah, I think
And it was a lot of work, and just like you were just able to move around stuff and get it taken care of. So we didn't have it didn't languish for weeks.
Right, yeah.
For what seems like a decently large project.
Yeah, I think
to
the
us.
total project was what, roughly 4.5 days that you actually worked.
Something like that, yeah.
So yeah, I was extremely pleased by that. You always worry when you do landscape, especially this time of year with weather, you never know what you're going to get. But the bigger concern is how many other projects are they doing? Are they going to spend 3 hours on your house and then jump off to another project, spend 6 or 7, and then come back and spend an hour, and you prolong a project into 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, and that's something I didn't want to do. So really appreciate it.
Before we started the project, how long did I say it would take? And then how long did we actually take?
You told me probably 4 to 5 days. So right on cue is what you finished, and you probably could have done it a little less if the weather was a little
Would have been better.
Right?
Yeah.
I was extremely happy with how quick it was, the professionalism of your staff at Darwin. So yeah, honestly, I could not be happier with how everything started.
Well, and I also have to say, I really, really appreciate like you seeing some things that you could help us out with, like our French wells that you redug those for us. I think that was a big help to us. It was something we were aware of. We just hadn't thought about it
Right.
for this project, and you spotted it and suggested resolving it. So that was great.
Would you recommend Sunnyside Landscapes to your neighbors, your friends, family?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We already have. So
Yes.
Yeah.
We've talked to several of our neighbors who've expressed interest. Actually, one of our neighbors here on the cul-de-sac has a place in a different state, said he loved the wall work and everything else. So yeah, absolutely, we would recommend it. And like Julia said, we have already recommended people to you. So
Perfect.
Extremely happy.
And besides the landscaping, so we did the landscaping, the lighting, the garden wall, couple trees. What would you say is your favorite touch of this that we did here?
it's the retention wall for me. I really love the wall, and it was kind of a last minute like suggestion of making the darker stone on the top, and I think that really made it pop. So I really appreciate that, and I think it just draws your eye there and to see all the beautiful new greenery as it pops up.
Oh yeah, it looks really good.
And I would agree. The wall to me is kind of show-stopping.
Yeah.
It's beautiful work, and Darwin was like, "You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it." I think I love it.
All right, so looks like we are done here for this year. We have already signed the contract for next year to come back again, and we're gonna do a big patio, a big kitchen. So moving forward, if you're wanting a patio, garden, landscaping, kitchen, retaining wall, you know who to call. Sunnyside Landscapes, LLC, or give us a call at 317-502-2113. We look forward to working with you, and give us a call. Until next time.